Hello campers, welcome back to the Casual Car Camper. I'm your host Brian, and today we're going to talk about some items I bought on Facebook Marketplace. I took some videos of me actually picking up the products. The seller was not comfortable having their name or face on YouTube, so I just took some video of me inspecting the equipment, and I'm going to insert that here.
Hello campers! Right now I'm sitting in a parking lot of a McDonald's picking up some camping gear that I found on Facebook Marketplace. And it looks like the seller just pulled in. The seller doesn't want to be on camera, but I'll show you the processes I used for checking out the equipment when I buy it. Alright campers, so what I have here is a Coleman propane camp heater and a white gas Coleman lantern. This is a 74 lantern, you can tell because the seller showed me on the bottom here is the year stamped on the other ones. It's the 74, but it's in really good shape. But if you look, Coleman hasn't changed their design on these in 40 years. You can still get all the parts for it replacement. This was kept in really good shape. I mean, the paint's like brand new and the thing's older than I am. So it has some white gas in it. The seller says he's not sure if it'll work, but we will take that into another video using the camera and we'll test it out. We'll clean it up and see if the fuel's any good. And when you're getting heaters, especially the older 70s era Coleman units, what you want to do is you want to look at the hoses. This is the same hose they use for their heaters, all their camp stoves of the 70s. It's detachable. You want to look for, make sure it's still got a nice firm connection. You want to look inside here for any dry rot, and you want to look at the hose itself. No dry rot. This is in really good shape. If I had to replace it, I'd just go to a place that does custom hose fitting, usually a hydraulic place, and they can make hoses. But this thing's in great shape, so it's ready for camping. All right, campers, and I'll do a follow-up episode and show you this stuff actually working.
All right, campers, we're back, and now what we're going to do is we're actually going to check these out. For the heater, I read the instructions. It requires an external flame to start it, so I have a lighter. I have a almost empty propane tank. That way, if something goes wrong, I have less likelihood of being injured. And I do have a fire extinguisher with me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get this prepped. And what I'm doing right now is I'm installing the propane tank per the instructions. And we're gonna screw this in. And what's kind of cool about this unit, it is from 1974, and it's actually got space to store an extra bottle, so you can use this as a carrier as well for if all your stuff is propane based. You can just carry this all in one unit, and then you don't have to really worry about it. Okay, so we should be able to light this. I'm going to move the lantern out of the way again. Always be as safe as possible. Try to keep fuel source flame away from other fuel sources. So the instructions said to light a match and keep it right about here. And then you're going to hold it for 45 seconds. I usually like to do a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now it's lit. Now this is common with a lot of the propane. If you let go too soon, even after it's lit, it won't stay going. So I do recommend holding it for a few minutes. They usually say 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I found it's usually a minute to a minute and a half. If you can get a small dollar store timer, that works as well. I usually just count. The problem is you sometimes get air in the lines, and it takes a little while for the propane to push the air out since the propane is heavier. Okay, so this, I would say, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to put this in storage. I'm going to do another episode where I can go online, get a manual. I think there is an issue with the regulator because it was putting out a lot of flame, but it was actually starting to melt the handle. So what I'm going to say is it's probably it's old, so it's probably got some gunk in it, so it's not staying lit. But with a little bit of elbow grease and effort, this should not be too big of an issue to get into full operating procedure. It is currently the last week in July. I won't need it till mid-September. So I have plenty of time to take care of that. But all in all, I paid about $22.50 for this. It's not a bad little unit. It's portable. If nothing else, it's a way to transport my propane tanks. So now we're going to put this off screen and we're going to check out the light. Okay, so we're going to do a couple tests on this first. The instructions say to start with, just pull it out and cover its exhaust hole with your thumb and push. If you get a lot of back pressure, it means that the gasket inside, the leather gasket, is good and you don't have to replace it. Then it tells you to turn it one full turn and pump it 35 times. All right, so there's a little lever on the side. You need to put it down. Then you're gonna, it says to use a match. I'm gonna use a lighter near mantles. So here. So it's saying mantles, which I'm taking to be these intakes. Ah, no. There's two holes in the bottom, and then you have the catch. So you're gonna hold your lit match there. So you have your fire, and then we're gonna go a quarter turn open. So now what it says to do is when they start glowing with no flame, they are doing right now, got a full flame. We're gonna open it full open. I know it's fairly bright, but it's putting out a good flame, and it tells you to keep it going. You're just gonna have to pump it every so often to keep pressure up. Now I would say only use this in a location where you can watch it at all times because it is still using flammable gas. And as you can see, as I put more pressure in, you get more steady light and brighter. Okay, so these were good finds. After doing my pre-owned episode, I found Facebook Marketplace. The advantages of Facebook Marketplace is everyone has a Facebook profile. You can rank users much like eBay. You can do a background check on their profiles. If it's an older profile, you can see how long they've been on, and you can kind of be your own little investigator and go, okay, do I want to buy from this person? Do I want to sell to this person? The seller who sold me these, they use Facebook Marketplace a lot. They do not use Craigslist anymore because of issues, and it's a lot easier to check your safety. They did meet me in a parking lot after watching my video, and they're like, so I have met people. I met one other customer at her home, but I checked out the information, and I felt safe stopping by her home and getting the grill. And this is still going quite well. You can hear a little bit of hissing from the pressure, and it's a little warm. My hand right here are warm. I would not touch this right now. So you get light and a small hand heater if you, during the winter, and you want light and a little bit extra heat, but not a lot. Although I would be careful because this does have a glass, so when transporting it, I would pack it in something to protect it. And I just closed the fuel and it's still going. And there it goes. So it also has this cleaning lever to push out the gas, and you leave it down and that's off. So, all right, campers, thank you for watching this little video. I just wanted to show you these and show you the video of me inspecting them. I also wanted to give you an update on other good places to connect with people to buy used camping equipment and give you some insight on that and some good tips. Remember, as always, as long as you're having fun, you're doing camping right.